Heyo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? It's mother freaking another day in the bay. Beauty day, great day for fishing, but not gonna go because I've been going all week and pretty much striking out except for one day. I went, oh geez, almost fell over. I actually caught a fish, but I can't believe I almost fell over. Since Sunday, I've been in a fast. I've been in an extended fast. It's currently Thursday, that's 5 days. I feel like I need to break it, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be breaking this fast. Probably gonna do it with a protein shake because I gotta do something. When I weighed in last week on my, on Sunday before, when I started the fast, I weighed in, I was 254.6 with my clothes on. Pretty much the same shit I'm wearing now, except for now I have a microphone on. And currently today, with all my clothes on and my multi-tool, I'm coming in at 243.8, which means I'm probably around 240 pounds. So that's like if I was buck naked. So that's good enough for what I'm doing. I don't want to go on any longer. If you're going to do an extended fast, listen to your body. If you start feeling weird, it's one thing to feel hungry, that's going to happen, but after a while that'll stop. But it's another thing if you're getting dizzy, if you're feeling kind of wonky, call it quits. So I want to break my fast tonight. So I'm going to start that process right now. We're going to have to go out and get some food because I got nothing thought out to eat. And all the food I have in the house is definitely not good to break a fast on. What we're going to break a fast on is going to be some eggs now. I got some protein powder back here. They say it's not a good idea to use whey protein, but I'm using a whey isolate, which has no lactose in it, apparently. So we're gonna go ahead and throw 2 scoops of whey into our mixer cup. And then just to make it a little bit more hearty, gonna add some great value blueberries to it. It's a great value, it says so in the bag. How many blueberries? Whatever was left in the bag, there wasn't much. So I haven't lifted all week. I mentioned on the last vlog that I was going to be doing a 1 day eat, 1 day no eat, 1 day eat, 1 day no eat. And obviously I decided against doing that because, well, here we are 5 days into a fast. Because originally I was going to eat on, or not eat Sunday, and then eat Monday, and then not eat Tuesday, and then eat Wednesday, and then not eat Thursday, and then eat Friday. I felt so good on Monday after not eating Sunday. I was like, you know what? Let's just prolong this and see how long we can go. And now I know how long we can go. 5 days and I'm tapping. Mind you, a 5-day extended fast is more than enough. Resets your gut biome, resets everything pretty much. So let's go ahead and chug this smoothie. And that should get the party started. See, back in the day, I used to screw up when I break the fast. I do something stupid like go to independent grocers and buy a full chicken and then eat it. And then I would be like in mega discomfort for a long ass time. Like I'd be pretty wrecked for, oh man, like a couple days. Anything I ate came out like water, like it was bad. But one of the foods that you want to use to break your fast is definitely a smoothie of some fashion. If you're eating whatever the hell you want to eat, you can eat vegetables, have a salad, whatever. Something light. You don't want to go red meats, bad time. Don't want to go anything greasy. You definitely do not want to break your fast with McDonald's. That would just kick your ass. You want to keep it simple. One of the things they recommend is eggs. Eggs or fish. But seeing how I can't catch fish and I can buy eggs at the store, eggs is pretty good. Actually, I got fish in here, don't I? Yes, I do. What do I got here? What is this? Boneless, skinless, wild soul. Freaking wild, boys. What I might do is actually I might just take these guys, plug in the sink, because they're frozen, and then we'll power defrost them. And that way there we can have some fish for supper tonight with our eggs. Really crap out on the protein. You don't want anything too fatty, that's the thing. That's what they tell you. Nothing fatty. You want some, like they actually recommend, and I can't do it because I can't process them that well. They recommend potatoes as a fast breaker. That'd be a bad time for me. Anyway, I did mention that I went fishing, right? I think I talked about that this one time on this video. And I did go fishing. I actually went out fishing the other night with the boys. Well, actually, it was just Waylon. He was out on his kayak. And I had the GoPro on me. I was actually filming. And, well, this is how that went. All right, guys. Welcome to fishing at the point. Am I going to catch anything? Probably not. Am I going to get annoyed by Waylon? He's probably going to come over here with his kayak. More than likely. But let's see what happens. Got a saucy swimmer on a jig. Let's sail it out and see if we can find something. You guys see that right there? Great big mother freaking snapping turtle right there. Sweet Jesus. I definitely wanted to make sure that my rod was in before he saw it, and I was not dealing with that today. Got one. Oh, he spit it. Or he broke it. That was a pike. No, he didn't break it. All right, there's one out there. Let's get him. That's a snag. There we go. Oh, I broke it. Shit. I knew that was a pike. All right, I'm gonna tie something else on. Probably a Senko. All right, guys. Tied on one of the fresh pours here. If I can grab it. There we go. Got one of my salty Senkos on board here. We're gonna try and send this out. I need to change my line tension up a bit. There, it's tuned. Let's sail it out and hopefully we don't bird's nest. Let that sink and see if anything wants to eat it. Did you get a bite?
Yeah, something just came and took it right at the door. Holy shit.
It's probably that pike.
I set the hooks out. I missed the fucker, but I definitely set the hook.
When you sent him out of the lake?
Like when I sent him into the air?
Yeah. Poor little feller. He didn't deserve that.
Oh. It was a white bass. Remember the whole thing about not setting the hook too hard?
Oh, you just put it right through his head?
No, I body slammed him against the rock. It made like, I literally stabbed him against it.
Well, I'm gonna go back over here because the bass like to camp out down here, and I might be able to get this thing low enough. I forgot to turn the camera on, but I totally got one. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm down. And he spit it. I'm down. Easy, dummy. Oh my God, this is a fight on sight. Come on. Nice. Got a fishy. I am recording, right? Yep. Forgot to turn the camera back on there, but no skunk for me. All right, let's get him back in the water. The white bass are out because Waylon caught one when he was here, and I just caught one, so hashtag dope. Let's check that line, make sure it's not too destroyed. Looks fine. Do you like my rig? It's a power bait, swim bait on a custom made beast hook. Yup, that's gonna work. It did. Let's get another one. So yeah, it was just a little squeaker. I sent him back because it was just a little guy. It was a white bass though, and they're probably the tastiest of all bass on the planet. I find they're amazing eating. But I went out like 2 nights after that. Like that was on Monday when I caught that one. Then I went out last night, or I went out last night and the night before. The night before it was raining out, so it was kind of shitty, and I didn't catch anything. It wasn't raining. It was like it was. I don't want to say it was like misting, I guess. So it kind of sucked. I got pretty soaked pretty quick, and it wasn't a fun time. And there was no fish biting. There was a couple other people there who also skunked. And last night when I went out, a group of teenagers showed up, and buddy was like, "Hey, did you catch anything?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "What are you throwing?" I said, "Pretty much everything. I've thrown a swim bait. I've thrown a friggin' Guggen nuke. I tried throwing a spoon, a spinner bait, a crank bait, everything I could think of." Like I literally threw everything in there except for the kitchen sink because it's currently in my kitchen. So that never went anywhere. Not a single bite, both nights. So the kids were bugging me. They're like, "Hey, are you going fishing tonight?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going fishing tonight. I got some other stuff I want to do, like install that Copenhagen or whatever Capricorn tube on my 3D printer because I haven't done that yet. And I'm going to be ordering the metal extruder because it's $15 on Amazon, and apparently it's amazing because you can control the tension of the spool, so you're not freaking putting teeth marks in your filament, which would be a good idea to have. And the Capricorn tube is a smaller diameter, so it has a less of a chance of the material turning back around on itself and getting plugged up in the tube. So that's kind of dope too. So we're going to probably be doing that tonight. Another thing I was thinking about, and this is kind of whack, it's about truck camping. I got thinking, like, you know, I wonder if that couch would fit in the back of my truck. Think about this. Put that in the back of the truck. You got a place to sit. If it's too tall, the legs come off, so you can just sit it right on the ground. And then when you want to go to bed, you can just lay on the couch. So you have a couch to sit on in the back of the truck. You got a couch to lay on. Put like a table in front of it, like even that little TV tray that's all bent and warped. I'd use my white table upstairs, mind you. Then you got a table in there, so you got a place to sleep. You got a place to chill. It's a heavy couch, so it wouldn't move around too much back there. Worst case, I could just like brace it to the wall with ropes on the tie-down mounts in my truck. And then I would have a couch in there and not my living room, so I could put more workout equipment in my living room. I think that's a great idea, but that's also just an idea that I've been throwing around. I still have this foam, which is the main plan for this was to put it in the back of the truck on a carpet and then put like a fitted sheet over it. I have a fitted sheet set right here that I bought at Walmart for $18.88, and it comes with 2 pillowcases, a bed sheet, and a fitted sheet. I bought that there literally just for truck camping, and now we got the foam here. I don't know if that fitted sheet's gonna fit on it because it's intended for like a real mattress, not a 4-inch mattress, but whatever. I just wanted to cover it up, and then worst case, I'll stitch it to it if I have to, like run some ropes across it or something, just to make sure it hangs on for dear life, so that when Cookie Monster and I are camped out somewhere, we can just enjoy it. Something I want to do, like this weekend, I'm going out to my buddy Jean's house again. Last weekend I was out there, we went fishing at on 4 Mile Bay, and we skunked, mainly because we couldn't keep the boat still due to the high winds and how choppy the lake was, and we couldn't get the anchor to anchor. So we basically skunked out because we just couldn't fish that lake. It was too brutal. Conditions sucked. So we're gonna try again this weekend. They're calling for good weather on Saturday. I might bring the camera and film. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But something I do want to do is start working on the window. Fix that window so it actually closes and stays closed so that we get less water in the truck during a rainstorm, because I do want to do some truck camping on a weekend. I think if I just grab Oreo, like give the cat food mountain and Oreo, and I frig off somewhere and park the truck and just chill, have a good outing. Not only would it make for a good video, but it would also be a good freaking time, I think. And, you know, I have a couple friends who like to camp too, and I found out from a friend of mine that the Bonfield Event Park, also known as our local drag strip, where you can go race your cars. You can rent a spot for the weekend. It's $120, mind you, but you can rent a site and go and camp out there and watch racing and stuff. And that could be super fun, you know? Go out there, camp the night, watch some racing, film some cars bombing down the track, talk to some of the drivers, whatever. Check out some rides. It could be a good time. I'm thinking, you know, a little truck camping action might be dope. So that's something I want to work on too. Also this weekend, I want to go to Canadian Tire, get a new battery for the Trans Am. I just paid my insurance, $175 for the year. It's pretty dope. I love classic car insurance. Maybe take the Trans Am out for a rep, do a little Trans Am vlog. It's been a while since I've done one of those. It's been a while since I've driven the Trans Am. And we're already into July, so let's pitter patter and have at her, right? I also want to wash the Trans Am. Like, I'm going out to my buddy's house for 9:30 on Saturday. No idea what time we're calling it quits for fishing. Probably around, I'm thinking 1 or 2. And if I'm back here, then I'll head over to Canadian Tire right away, grab the battery, and then we'll go from there. Because, yeah, like I haven't filmed that. Today's Thursday. The video you're watching right now is going up tonight, and you guys are watching it tomorrow. This is how lazy I've been on making videos. I've been really not feeling it. And this is what happened last summer. But last summer it's because I was super depressed and stuff. But this year, there's no excuse. I feel fine. I get off work, my brain is in computer mode all day long. All I'm doing is thinking about fixing problems, because my old job, you know, the client would call and you would start from scratch. The new job, basically the client already called in, talked to somebody who couldn't fix it, and then they send the ticket to me and I deal with it. Now, it's a lot harder because a lot of the people that are dealing with these tickets are writing stuff into the tickets, but they're not actually doing it. They're just saying they do. So then I get the ticket and I start going through it and I'm like, wow, okay, all this stuff was done. And then I don't do that stuff. Well, rule number one of information technology, guys, everybody lies, okay? If you're talking to somebody, like, if your parent calls and they're like, yeah, my computer's acting really weird, and you say, did you restart it? And if they say yes, no, they didn't. Have them restart it again. Because chances are they're just saying that because they don't want to wait for it to reboot. And that's a lot of the times I'll get clients to restart their computer, or if they don't want to restart it, then I'll trigger a restart on the computer using a net shell command. I'll just hammer the computer with a net shell command and it'll force restart it. And then they're like, oh, my computer's rebooting for some reason. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then the computer reboots and they're like, oh, everything's great now, everything's fixed. And it's like, yeah, you just need to restart because you haven't restarted your computer in 27 days. Because we have utilities that will let us do that. Look at the computer and pull up the last shutdown time. And you can see like, it's been like so many days since you rebooted. Yeah, of course it's running weird. It's just been crazy. And we got a lot of people on vacation right now. It's July, obvious. You know, people are taking the summer off. Their kids are out of school now. School ended, what, like 2 weeks ago? Something like that? A week ago? I don't know. I don't have kids. Not that I know of anyway. Well, we got past Father's Day and we didn't get any cards in the mail, so kudos. But yeah, now that school's out, parents are staying home with their kids, taking time off, going vacationing, doing fun summer activities before school kicks back in a couple months. So yeah, I get it. Like a lot of people are off. But because a lot of people are off, what happens is their tickets get divvied up to the people who are in. So they get done on time. So it's been, because I theoretically do have vacation. I have 5 days of vacation that I can use. For every month I'm in full attendance, I get 1.25 days that I can use for vacation. So theoretically right now, I've been in full attendance since February. I have 5 days banked, theoretically 6.25 days because they haven't approved my last month's attendance. So I got some time off available that if I want to take a week off paid, I can. I haven't had a vacation since 2015 when I took that time off in the spring and I went down and actually it was in May and I went down and visited Crazy British Bloke. Okay, that was 7 freaking years ago that I've been to friggin' London to visit Bloke. 7 years, and I know Bloke's still alive because he called me, so he's still kicking it, boys. Okay, don't think he died. Don't ask me what about Rickham because I have no idea. Like Rickham and I, we don't have phone numbers. Well, I have a phone number, but I don't have his phone numbers. We don't have each other's digis. I think he's on my Facebook still. I don't know. Maybe he quit Facebook. Kind of don't blame him. I don't really talk to Rickham that much. I talk to Bloke. So yeah, it's been 7 years since I've been down to London to visit the boys. And it is what it is. It'd be nice to get down there again. It would. Be nice to visit Bloke and the guys and Bobby and all them and hang out and maybe go fishing in a location that's not the same place I always go. Which, you know, there was that guy who showed up here. I can't remember his name. I want to say it's Joshua, but I'm probably wrong. Oh man, it was my ice fishing video when I got lost on the ice. I mentioned his name. He showed up as I was unloading my gear and he's like, hey, you mentioned on one of your videos that you wanted to fish Trout Lake, but you didn't know where to go. And there's a store just down the highway here. I call it the Green Store. I don't know what the real name of it is. It's probably called the Green Store for all I know. Around back, there's an ice cream parlor. If you're ever in North Bay, hit that place up. Best damn ice cream in the world. I think they make it in-house. I don't know, but it's freaking phenomenal. But if you go down the stairs, there's some docks. And people will park their boats there and go shopping and get ice cream and then whatever, and then bounce. But on those docks, you can fish. And he told me, like, get a Rapala deep diver. And I got a couple deep diving crankbaits that are like a Rapala, just not that brand. So time on, sail them out. And there's bass all around there because there's a structure, like a sunken barge in that area. And the fish really enjoy hanging around it. So I need to give that a go. I need to go out there and give that a go. Because if I could catch anything out of Trout Lake, I'd be happy. Because number one, I don't have to drive 20 minutes out of my way to go fishing. And number two, it'd be nice to be able to fish closer to home. You know, testing out my lures at Armstrong Park is kind of pointless because it's like 2 feet deep for a long time. It's not a deep lake. Also, side note, I did think about getting a kayak. I almost got one actually. Canadian Tire had a sit-in fishing kayak. by Pelican. It was the, what the hell is that name? The Muskoka kayak. It was like yellow and camo colored. Who cares about the color, right? But it had the 2 rod holders on the back. It had a dry cargo spot in the front for putting like your cell phone and shit in. And it had a netted spot on the back that I can like, you know, net my fishing bag to or whatever. But it's a sit-in, so you don't really stand in it. Like a sit-on kayak, a lot of them have foot places where you can actually physically stand up on it and cast and fish like you would on a dock. And I don't know, I watch people on YouTube do it and it looks pretty damn stable to me. So I thought, you know, that'd be kind of dope. But this was like $525. But after doing more research on it, I realized it didn't come with paddles. So that's an extra $60. So we're already up to $585. I still got to buy your life jacket and your boat safety kit. So the life jacket's probably another $100. So now we're like at $700. And then your boat safety kit's another $50. So we're pretty much tipping the scales at like $800 for a kayak. For $800, you can get a sit-on kayak with a 365-pound limit, which is way more than I need. And this thing comes with a paddle, and it comes with the fishing rod holders. It comes with pretty much everything. The problem is the business that was selling it and locally went bankrupt during COVID. So I'd have to drive down to Aurelia to pick up the kayak that I want. And it's the same one my buddy has. It's a 9'6" fishing kayak. He weighs more than I do. And he's able to move that thing around and haul in fish. He's like, it takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's a blast. Because there's a couple lakes down Highway 63 here heading out to Quebec that I kind of want to hit. One of them is called McDougall Lake. Looks beautiful and it's loaded with trout and splake and stuff like that. So I still have to get trout on my list. I've never caught a trout in the history of fishing because I've only been fishing for 3 years. And I would like to catch a trout, especially if I could eat one. Now splake are like spawned fish. Those are not natural fish. They're literally, they make them at a facility. Some factory makes them. Don't ask me how. I don't care about biology. And then they drop them into the lake, and then they grow into being big fish, and then you can catch them and eat them. So they're MNR produced, or they're natural resource produced, because I know they make them in the US too. There's fishing ponds down there that have splake, so it's not like they're only here. But literally, I think it's between like it's a speckled trout and a Laker trout that they like cross match the DNA and then fart out those things. So I'd like to do that, but after looking at the map, it looks like you need a way to get on the water to fish that lake, because it looks like all the deep pockets are way the frig out there and way further than my bait caster is going to go. And I'm pretty sure the line on my bait caster being braid, it's going to trigger the fish. So I'm probably going to need some sort of a setup with mono and or fluoro, or I can run 1 frig of a leader off of it and hope for the best. But because I've never fished trout, I don't know what the strat is. I was thinking just hook worm split shot, like do like a drop shot rig and sail it out and hope for the best. Anybody's a trout fisherman out there, you can definitely let me know what your strat is for trout. And if we ever do a fishing series on McDougall, we'll let her rip tater chip. We might even bring this little guy with us. I don't know how the hell we're going to bring this guy. I can't bring him fishing because he tries to chase the lures. It's so bad. You cast and he's like in the water trying to go, I got it, Dad. Like he's just chasing after it. Like, oh my God. Like I get it. He loves to play fetch. Look at him. Look at that face. He wants to play fetch right now, probably. You want to play fetch? You want to play fetch? Want a cookie? Potato? He's such a spaz. And then you got this thing. Scampers. So yeah, this weekend should be kind of interesting. Maybe tomorrow night after work No, I want to lift tomorrow night. I was going to lift tonight before I ate anything, but I was like, you know what? I've been doing some research on fasting and I've been screwing up a lot in the past. Like a lot in the past, where I've been doing fasting and then like doing a 1 day fast and then lifting the next day and then eating. Not a big deal. When you go 5 days without eating, your body is pretty deprived. Like here, I'll show you on my phone. This new watch, by the way, is super dope. It's got a stress counter on it, so it can actually tell you how stressed out your body is. And if I show you this, you're gonna see just exactly how stressed out I am while I'm fasting. It's pretty awesome. Like here, here. Let's check this out. Stress management. So you can see there, Saturday and Sunday, I was at like 91, 89. Then all of a sudden it dipped 79, 74, 75, 76, 75. Higher number better, okay? So literally when you're fasting, your body goes through a lot of stress. And the Fitbit knew it. So that's kind of cool. I think that's pretty awesome, actually, that the Fitbit can do that. Did I have any complications this fast? Not really. I actually felt kind of good until today. I couldn't focus. I was lightheaded. I was dizzy. Everything sucked. And that's when I was like, yeah, we gotta. She just laid down and like tapped my hand like she wants some pets. She just wants some loves. Who's a good girl? Who's a good? You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good little potato cat. Who's a good little potato cat? Who's a good little potato cat? That's one thing you got to remember when you're fasting. Just pay attention to your body. Listen to your body. Being hungry, that's one thing that goes away, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But when you start feeling lightheaded and stuff, that could be anything. It could be like blood sugar dropping, like way too much. Not to mention that for the past Sunday, not so much, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, I aimed for 15,000 steps. Today, I'm only at 10,604. Yesterday, I did 25,000. Monday, I did 25,000. Tuesday, I did 17,000. And on Monday and Wednesday, Fitbit recorded that I burnt well over 4,300 calories because of all the steps and all the walking. On Monday and Wednesday, after I went fishing, I came back. It was still light out because I decided to come back early before the shads came out because I really didn't feel like dealing with them. Grabbed the dog, leashed him up, and took him for a rip. We went for a walk. We did our usual down the road, up the street, past the schools. That new school over here is coming together nice. They got the walls up finally, so that's pretty dope. And then we went just around, our little 3.5 kilometer walk that we like to do. And then he slept like a baby, well, like a puppy, I guess. And then I slept pretty good that night. Woke up the next day with leg cramps. Decided to make a new concoction of apple cider vinegar, baking soda, no salt, and cinnamon. Slam that, and then all the cramps went away, almost right away. But then my weight was increasing as I was drinking water because now I had salt in me so I could retain water. But I've decided I'm not going to go by weight anymore because the problem is I've seen people where they weigh 200 pounds and they're still fat. I guess you can call it like skinny fat. That term skinny fat, where your BMI is right, but you still have a lot of fat on you, not a lot of muscle. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on generating more muscle by doing proper lifts, eating properly, no more junk food. I'm off that junk. I've been off that junk food. I don't even crave that junk food. That's another thing after fasting, guys. All those old cravings that you had, donuts, Doritos, I'm just talking about my cravings, by the way. All that garbage, you no longer want it until you accidentally have it. Then you want it again because like your brain goes, oh, I remember that flavor. We should get a dozen donuts and just like screw them over at once. Yeah, that's going to be the thing that you got to watch out for. But it's also good that it gets rid of those cravings. So if you have bad cravings, you can reset your entire taste buds by just shutting down eating for a couple days. Now, next week, I'm probably going to just do OMAD, eat at night. It's easier that way. I don't have to bring a lunch to work and I don't have to go to the corner store and blow 25 bucks on, doesn't even taste good, but it just kind of fills the belly. It makes me happy. I'm going to fast during the day, work out, and then eat at night. And that way it saves me time because I really don't like bringing a lunch to work. It's not needed. I only need one meal a day. That's more than enough for me. So we're going to keep on the OMAD. Like I said, I'm not going to really care about weight anymore. I'm more concerned about body fat. And biking season starts soon. Well, biking season already started. I just haven't got on the bike yet. But 1 month away from the charity run. I didn't put the link in the description, but I'll put the link in the description of this video. If you want to donate, any little bit helps. Like we're at $140 out of the 500. If you want to donate $1, hey, you know what? That's awesome. That means I'm like $359 away from my goal. I'd appreciate that. What I might do is my next YouTube payout, I might just dump it all into it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get one. Ever since I switched to the 3 videos a week, I'm not hitting the threshold anymore. So I don't really care. I don't do this for the money. I do this because I like making videos, but lately it's been kind of rough. But anyway, guys, that's my walk and talk for today. I don't really know what else to talk about. Let me know what you think about putting the couch in the back of the truck and making that a whacked out kind of bed. It'd be kind of sweet if this couch had like drawers on the bottom instead of that covering, right? Because then I could put it in there and put drawers and I could store shit in the couch. That would be pretty friggin' awesome, I think. And if you're wondering what that white thing was over there, it's not cat puke. It's one of Scamper's toys. It's a catnip-filled mouse. That further over there is cat puke. Just haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet because I'm lazy. Y'all know how I do. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I know it wasn't much, but neither am I, so it is what it is. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.